Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. Now today we'll be talking about the finale race for the Truck, Xfinity and the Cup Series. Obviously, before we get into the results for that, let's first talk about the very long off-season break, as we obviously the next race, official race, will be 2024 at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum for the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Obviously, it'll be 90 days as I'm recording this, so 90 days left until NASCAR 2024 will be resumed, and that'll be very, very exciting. But all in all, this was a phenomenal 75-year anniversary for NASCAR as a whole. It was amazing to witness it as a whole. But either way, this is the next race on the NASCAR calendar to start off on February 4th, 2024. So let's now have a look now at the Truck Series results. And the winner of the Phoenix finale race in the Truck Series is Christian Eckes. And we have Jake Garcia, Chase Purdy, Jesse Love, Ben Rhodes, Grant Finger, Dean Thompson, Caden Honeycutt, Tanner Gray, and Nick Sanchez round out the top 10. And Matt Crafton, Roger Caruth, Lawless Allen, Ty Majeski, and Haley Deegan round out the top 15. Now, I have a lot of stuff to say about this race. And I do mean a lot. But first, there was also two drivers to qualify. That being Spencer Boyd in the number 12 Young Motorsports truck, and Keith McGee in the number 33 Williams Brothers Racing truck. So, let's first talk about, I think what everyone is mainly talking about, which is Carson Hocevar versus Corey Heim. So, I think coming down to turn 1, I'm pretty sure, I think Hocevar got a little too hot to it looked like, and just spun Corey Heim around and collected Stuart Friesen as well. So that basically ended Friesen's day. I think he was out, and then that basically ended Corey Heim's run of being champion. I'll be honest. I mean, I picked Corey Heim to win his championship, and considering that he was the best truck throughout the whole season, I really thought that was going to be a thing, but it didn't happen. Hocevar just came in a bit too hot and was just too aggressive, and I can't really do much about it now. I mean, he was very upset with himself, Hocevar. Very, very upset. I mean, after the incident, he just basically hit his he was very angry with himself. He hit his hand on the steering wheel quite a lot, and yeah, he was just not happy with himself. But yeah, and then a couple laps later, Corey Heim basically did a Clint Boyer. Sorry, not Clint Boyer, sorry, a Jeff Gordon, waited for him and just put him into the wall. Now, you know this in racing, right? When you're racing someone, you want to take revenge. This is the #1 rule of racing, and this is also coined by the good old Landon Castle. If you basically just don't wreck yourself if you want to wreck someone else for, like, you know, just for revenge. Rule #1 of stock car racing is to learn not to wreck yourself when trying to wreck someone else. So he basically did that. He just wrecked himself, basically. Ran him into the wall, and obviously he made his little PR bullshit quote of basically saying that he had no downforce and slid him up into the high side of the track. We all know that's bullshit. He's doing that for PR. That's all. So we ignore that there's PR bullshit, and we actually look at it from what we see as fans, and also other people. Other people as well have also said that it was absolutely blatant. But either way, I mean, it was dumb. A lot of people were not happy. Drivers, especially from the Cup Series, are not happy. I mean, I could legit put up like a tweet of just a full-on photo of every of experience. Cup Series, Xfinity Series drivers just saying that this race was a shithole. It wasn't. It was also good because apparently after the race, they found out that the restart zone was moved, which was an accident. It will be repainted overnight for the Xfinity and the Cup Series, and it was also four green white checker just attempts, and apparently 43% of the whole race was caution flags. 29 laps, I'm pretty sure, of just past the proposed ending, which I'm pretty sure was like 161 laps, I'm pretty sure. It was that far. So it was just, it was one of the worst finale races I've ever seen in my life. it was carnage as fuck, and it was horrible. I mean, there was like I remember Connor Jones and Jake Drew, they were basically stuck together, which I find quite funny, but still, I mean, the main issue though that I have was Hyman Hocevar. That was the main issue I really have, because there was no need to do that. You could have easily talked about it after the race, and Granite Finger as well. He was absolutely robbed of his first ever championship. He was absolutely robbed, and because Corey Haim basically couldn't contain his fucking anger, he just flat out ruined Granite Finger's championship run. I mean, you could maybe do it next year, but we don't know where the fuck he's going. We're doing it, like, I don't know if he's going to be still with the Truck Series or going to the Xfinity. I don't fucking know. But all I know is that Corey Haim basically ruined Granite Finger's run in this championship. I mean, I just want to say this. Congratulations to Ben Rhodes. I mean, at least he didn't obviously wreck someone on purpose, just because they wrecked them. Yeah, it was not a good run, I'll be honest, in this race. It was just full clowns. Some drivers were not clowns, I'll be honest, I'll say that. Like, some of them were actually very, very clean. But some of them, most of them, were absolutely shitholes, and they should be very ashamed of themselves, because that is not how we should watch racing. We should not be watching racing like it's a fucking demolition derby. We should not. We should watch it just because of mainly of the entertainment of, like, passes and all that other crap. But if it's just gonna be like demolition derbies and stuff, there's no point watching this fucking race. There's no point. What a horrible race, an absolute embarrassment as well for the Truck Series. It was just a horrible, horrible race. Anyways, let's have a look at the other finish outside of the top 15 after I finish my rant. Corey Haim finished in 18th, and Carson Roseford that finished down in 29th after basically being power drive by Corey Haim. And I just want to speak about Corey Haim again as well. Fuck Corey Haim. I want to speak about him again because that motherfucker didn't just ruin Carson Roseford's day. He also ruined his own teammates' day of Taylor Gray. Taylor Gray was also part of that wreck, and motherfucker ruined that day as well. I am more pissed at Corey Haim than Carson Roseford, which is really saying something, because Carson Roseford, first of all, he should not be that aggressive. Shouldn't. He should have just chilled and just relaxed. Okay, he could have easily just passed him, wait for him to make a mistake and just pass him, but no, he fucking went too hard, went aggressive, and turned him around. I am more pissed off at Corey Haim because not only because he basically ruined Carson Roseford's chances of a championship. No, he not only ruined his own chances of winning the championship, he ruined Geraint Enfinger's chance of winning the championship, and ruined his own teammates' run. Even the Taylor Gray, he was running exceptionally well. That fucker decided to wreck everyone. So I'm more pissed off at Corey Haim than Carson Roseford. Because at least, because I can understand Stuart Friesen. I mean, Friesen, he was Friesen was. He didn't have a good year, and I can understand that. Like, I'm pissed off at Hocevar, but I'm more pissed off at Corey Haim just because he ruined like 4 people's days, and one of them was him, and then he also wrecked himself when trying to whatever. I'm not gonna get into that rabbit hole. Okay, I think someone else might be a better job on doing that, but just like I said as well, the 2 drivers that failed to qualify, Spencer Boyd and Keith McGee, and thank fuck the Truck Series season for 2023 is over. That was an absolute shit show of a race. But now let's have a look now at the Xfinity Series results. And the winner of the Xfinity Series race at Phoenix is Cole Custer, as he also grabs his first ever championship in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Then we have Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier, who comes up 1 position short, or two positions short, I should say. Riley Herbst, Sam Mayer, Josh Berry, Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, and Kaz Grala ran in our top 10. Then Brandon Jones, Jeb Burton, Parker Retzlaff, Roger Caruth, and Brett Moffitt ran in the top 15. 2 drivers failed to qualify, that being first Leland Honeyman in the number 45 Alpha Prime Racing car, and Brad Perez in the number 74 CHK Racing Chevy. So let's first talk about Justin Allgaier. Finished obviously 3rd place, but very early on, pretty much like a lap 3, he actually spun out pretty early on. I think he came a bit too hard and got spun out. Obviously, it was his fault. It wasn't like Corey Haim or Carson Hocevar in Truck Series. He just ran a bit too hard and just spun himself out on Nemechek. That's really all. I mean, great recovery drive from him. I'll be honest, even though it was very very early on, so it didn't really matter. But still, I mean, it was very close of winning the championship. Obviously, we'll talk about the last restart, but well, guy, very good run by him. I think either he was like a couple like positions short. I think he should be very so pretty happy on the result of him at least getting second place, because that's at least a good sign for him and for Junior Motorsports as well as a whole next year. As obviously they'll be making a driver change of Sammy Smith now going to Junior Motorsports, leaving GGR, but either way, I think it's a great result either way from Allgaier. But yeah, and what caused the last restart? Well, it was actually Anthony Alfredo. He spun out, I think, by Dawson Cramp. Dawson Cramp just power drive through him, basically. Spun him out on turn 4. And so there was, yeah, it was a bit of mayhem, I'll be honest, in the final restart. Shout out to Nemechek, especially, as obviously you can't see it in the top 15. He hit the wall pretty hard. I don't know, I think someone turned him. Don't know who it was there, but someone turned him and hit him, and that obviously hit him straight into the outside wall. And he just had a flat tire for the entire time and finished, I think, down like a 26 or 29th, I'm pretty sure. So not really a good result for Nemechek, if he was my pick, I'll be honest, coming of winning the championships. Okay, so it's a bit rolled there. So as of right now, 2 of my picks for the Truck Series and Xfinity Series ended up basically wrecking themselves. So that's great. Well, even though Nemechek wasn't really his fault, but Corey Haim was definitely his fault. But either way, so luckily, this race was not as painful or chaotic as in the Truck Series. The Truck Series was shit, we'll say that. So let's just now have a look now at the other fishers outside of the top 15. And there is Jonathan Nemechek down in 28th place. Yes, he came dead last out of all the other 3 playoff drivers. So pretty disappointed there for Nemechek, but I mean, he gave it his all, and we'll see how he goes in the Cup Series next year with Legacy Motor Club. I think he's going to run pretty well there, but we'll see. Who else can we talk about? Connor Mosek. I don't know what happened to him. He was maybe either throttle hung or a tire went down, but he basically rode the wall in turns 3 and 4. I don't know what happened to Chris Hacker or J.H. Yaley. I think Yaley crashed into the inside wall somewhere. I'm not really too sure. Derek Kraus, I think he got spun out, I'm pretty sure. And then Kyle Sieg was the second driver to cause a caution, and I'm pretty sure he spun himself out and was out because of a vibration issue. And those are the 2 failed to qualify drivers, Leland Honeyman and Brad Perez. So let's now have a look now at the Cup Series results. And the winner of the NASCAR Cup Series finale at Phoenix is Ross Chastain. And then we have Ryan Blaney, who is your Cup Series champion. Then Kyle Larson and William Byron. Then Chris Buescher, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Michael McDowell, and Bubba Wallace ran out of top 10. Then Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, Eric Almirola in his final race was Stuart Haas Racing. Ryan Preece and Brad Keselowski ran out of top 15. Where's Christopher Bell? You might be wondering. Well, he actually crashed out. Not his fault. I think it was like a tire that went down, and he basically just did a war ride, just a chassis, just war ride turns 3 and 4. But you have to feel bad for him. He was amazing throughout the playoffs. He was maybe the most consistent driver throughout the whole season. And I mean, it sucks really for him. I mean, he's an absolutely amazing driver, but he just can't, he just couldn't get it done. And that's just basically what racing is. Racing is very unpredictable. It can hurt you or it can help you. Well, obviously for Blaney's instance, and it really helped him considering that he came out alive at the very early ends of the race. But for for Christopher Bell, it was just not a good day for Bell. I mean, he did qualify 11th, I'm pretty sure, or 12th. But it's just, you have to feel for him. He was amazing throughout this whole season, and just only a 1 tire going down basically was the difference between him being a champion or not. But I mean, Christopher Bell as a whole, I think he is a very good driver. I think he will at least get a championship. maybe 2 or 3 championships, considering of how amazing he is. He's such a phenomenal driver. So I really hope that Bell at least wins a championship. I don't think he would be like the Denny Hamlin who would never win a championship probably. I think he's definitely going to be winning a couple championships probably in the future. This was also Kevin Harvick's final race ever in NASCAR Cup Series before he moves over to TV and in the FS1 booth, and hopefully that is 10 times better than what we had last year. I hope all the cameras and stuff is better, and no more of those cartoon drivers which gave everyone a freaking aneurysm. So I hope that's the case, but yeah. Massive, not only to Ross Chastain for winning the race, Ryan Blaney for winning the championship, but massive congratulations as well to Kevin Harvick of his amazing career, which started in 2001, obviously after the sad past, Dale Earnhardt. And also with Harvick also retiring, that basically means that there will be that it is now the end of an era that no driver has ever competed during the Winston era, when NASCAR was back then called the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. It is now just called, I think like most of these drivers are now from like either the Nextel series or most likely the Sprint series. So yeah, it is the end of an era, but I do wish Kevin Harvick the best of luck in his future, obviously, because he's going to be now up in the booth with Clint Boyer and Mike Joy. So luckily, there's going to be some stability there. But anyway, massive congratulations as well to Ryan Blaney for his first ever championship. Hopefully, more will be coming soon, and Ross Chastain for winning as well at Phoenix. So let's have a look now at the other pitchers outside of the top 15, and down in dead last place, as you can see, is Christopher Bell, the only driver to actually retire from this race, which is pretty sad. But I do hope Bell can bounce back and he'll have an amazing season next year, because I think he definitely deserves it. Let's now move on now to the Truck Series standings. So here are the standings now for the Truck Series, and as I can see, Ben Rhodes is your champion, 1 point in front of Grant Enfinger, then further 13 points in front of Corey Hahn, then 24 points in front of Carson Hocevar, round out the top 4. And then we have Christian Eckes, Nicholas Sanchez, Zane Smith, Tyler Majeski, Matt Craft, and Matt DiBenedetto, round out the top 10, then Chase Purdy and Stuart Friesen, round out the top 12. Considering that this is the final one as well, I guess we'll just also have a look at the owner standings. So once again, I only do the top 12. So ThorSport Racing is your owner's champion. Then GMS Racing, Tricon, and then Nice Motorsports. We have McNally Hugman Racing, Rev Racing, Front Row Motorsports, and the other ThorSport truck of the 98. Rackley War, Carbush Motorsports, ThorSport 88, and the number 4 truck of Carbush Motorsports. And then the manufacturer, it was Chevrolet. It was Chevy clinching the manufacturer's championship, followed by Ford. 73 points back, and then 80 points back is Toyota. So let's now have a look now at the Xfinity Series standings. So here are the standings now for the Xfinity Series, and Cole Custer, champion of the world for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, 6 points back. Justin Allgaier, 8 points back is Sam Mayer, and 31 points back is John Hunt Nemechek. And then we have Austin Hill, Sammy Smith, Sheldon Creed, Daniel Hemrick, Chandler Smith, Parker Kligerman, Josh Berry, and Jeb Burden ran out of the top 12 at the playoffs. Rookie of the Year went to Sammy Smith after finishing in 6th place. That was the next highest Rookie of the Year. Rookie driver was Chandler Smith, who finished in 9th place. Let's now have a look now at the owners' standings, and yeah, I mean, Shorthouse Racing first, obviously champions on the owners. So we have the number 7, and then the number 1 Junior Motorsports car, and then the number 20 Joe Gibbs Racing car. Then you have the first RCR of the 21 RCR car, and then the 18 Joe Gibbs Racing, the number 10 Colleague Racing, the number 2 RCR, the number 16 Colleague Racing, the number 19 JGR ran out of top 10, then the number 8 Junior Motorsports, and then the number 27 Jordan Anderson Racing car. And then finally, for the manufacturer, it was Chevy winning that one. 98 points back is Toyota, and 139 points back is the champion manufacturer of Ford. So let's now have a look now at the Cup Series standings. So let's have a look now at the Cup Series, and yes, the standings are a bit strange because the NASCAR website are very incompetent of updating their standings like 5 hours before a race, basically. So we're just going to be using the PDF version on JSki. So as you can see, Ryan Blaney is your champion, 1 point in front of Kyle Larson, 2 points in front of William Byron, and 34 points in front of Christopher Bell. Then we have Denny Hamlin, who is the best of the rest in the playoffs regarding that. Tyler Reddick, Chris Buescher, Frank Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace ran out of top 10. And Martin Truex Jr. and Joe Logano in 11th and 12th. And then for the other playoff finishes, Kevin Harvick in his final season in NASCAR series before he goes up to FS1. Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell ran out of the top 15, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ran out the final playoff position driver. Obviously, Ty Gibbs, he won Rookie of the Year. I mean, who saw that coming considering that Noah Gragson was kicked out pretty early. Our understanding is now Team Penske, obviously, are your owners champions. Then we have Hendrick, both the 5 and the 24. Joe Gibbs Racing's 20 and the 11. Speaking of that, 23-11, the 45 car. Both RFK Racing cars are 17 and the 6th and 7th and 8th. Trackhouse, this is number 1. Hendrick Motorsports is number 9. And Joe Gibbs ran out top 10. Then they had Joe Gibbs Racing number 19, and Team Penske is number 22. And then for the other owners, I should say, in 13th is the number 4 Stuart Haas Racing. They have the number 8 Richard Childress Racing, the number 34 Front Row Motorsports, and the number 47 of GTG Doherty Racing. And finally, regarding the manufacturers, all I know is that Chevy, they were the manufacturer champions. That's really all I can say. But however, Ford actually got the last lap, considering that they basically swept the entire champions. Ben Rhodes, Cole Custer and Ryan Blaney, all 3 of them were driving a Ford. So I guess Ford had the last laugh of basically bringing home 3 champions in all 3 Premier NASCAR series. And with that, it is now the end of the 2023 season for NASCAR. I have a zone over here because I will be making basically like a top 20s moments or top 15s moments of the NASCAR of the 2023 NASCAR season, which will obviously have the Cup, Xfinity, and the Truck Series. So that'll be pretty exciting to do. But yeah, this is the end of the 2023 season for NASCAR. So now I would like you now to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me, especially on this channel as we get nearer to the end of the year. Also, let me know that you guys want to see more motorsport content from me. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys the next time in the next one. Goodbye.